All right, good morning, y'all. I just got back on trail after my zero in the Tucson area, in I believe the town's called Vale. Switch back over to my heavier quilt so I don't freeze anymore and can actually like get some sleep at night. If you're wondering like how am I switching like back and forth between gear and taking zeros so often, so for the Arizona trail I'm actually using my truck as kind of like a home base essentially, where I'll go out and I still get my backcountry camping in. I'm not just every day going back to my truck and sleeping in it. I'll go 3, 4, 5 days out, and then get a hitch or get a ride or something, or find some way to get a ride and get back to my truck, and then I just use that to drive myself around, get to grocery stores and whatnot. And it's definitely weird because I'm not very good at like the logistics side of it, of like organizing it and planning it, which definitely isn't the best trait to have while doing this, I guess, but I've been making it work so far, which hasn't been long. So found somewhere safe to park my truck, and now I'm back out on trail. It's it's 11 o'clock right now, but I don't have too far to go. With kind of what I have coming up tomorrow, I'll be in Saguaro National Park, and actually I can see my first, I think those are smaller saguaros anyway, up ahead. Oh yeah, there's one like way up there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I can't see it in my phone screen. But there's a pretty sizable one up ahead, so that's the first one I've seen on trail. And then tonight I'm gonna be going camping right at the edge of the national park. It's a pretty common thing based on far out. Which used to be Gut Hook. If anybody's confused on that, with the app I use, a lot of people are saying like, oh, you camp there quite often. It's not, you see all the campsites everywhere and there's water right there. So I'll camp there tonight, and then I'll hit Saguaro tomorrow, camp there. So I got like 13 mile days. So nothing horrible. And today it'll be a little rocky, but it's not horrible terrain, So yeah, that's kind of the plan. This next little stretch that I got is pretty rough. My pack's probably the heaviest it's ever been. I got a decent 5-day size of food. I don't know. It's still, my pack's always pretty small, but it's the most expanded it's been. It's a little weird. I don't like it. I like having the small pack. So, should be a nice, easy, 5 days until resupply, and should be a good time. So I'll see y'all later. So I'm here by my first real saguaros, and look how tall that thing is. It's like 30 feet tall, probably. Maybe not that, I don't know. 25, 30 feet. That's not even the biggest one. These things are huge. Like this one over here, like behind me. And it's farther away, but that's crazy. This is awesome. What's up, y'all? Sun's setting fast here. Got in the camp a bit ago, got everything set up. Cooking dinner today was like super easy. We got like, what was it, about 11 miles, I think, 10 or 11 miles. And there was a guy doing trail magic, and he actually takes trail magic a little extra step further. He goes out and camps, and then he sets up areas where hikers can camp, and he makes you breakfast, makes you dinner. He calls it magic camps, a guy named Jim. And I guess he does it every year around the mile 120 point, and has been for the last couple years. So if you do decide to do the AZT, that's something you can look forward to, because I saw it all over, far out and in the comments, and was just wanted to get there. And I actually in my truck. I drove there the night before, stayed the night there, you know, enjoyed the trail magic, and had a safe place to sleep in my truck, and then got back on trail, hiked the 10 or 11 miles, what it was, to go see him, and then came back and hung out there for like entirely too long. I think I sat there for like probably 2 or 3 hours, which, you know, it was good to get a break. And then I had like 4 miles to the Saguaro National Park boundary. I made it like, I'm like less than 0.1 away, just at a little campsite. And there's like tons of campsites here because, you know, I'm definitely not the first person to have this idea. There's actually like, I think like 6 or 7 people camped around me. So yeah, been in camp for a bit, just about to cook dinner. You know, first night out of camp, so it's mac and cheese night, baby. So, you know, probably gonna throw some stuff in it to spice it up a bit and make it a little bit more exciting. But mac and cheese first night out, almost every time I can at least. So I don't really have anything else. I'm gonna be hitting Saguaro in the morning. Still gonna be a pretty short day, like I talked about earlier, and I'll be, yeah, hopefully that day will be fairly short. You know, I guess if I get in super early, I can go up and over, but I don't know if I want to do that. So, you know, it's one of those decisions I'll make when I get there and figure it out. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace. Morning, y'all. Hey, just got into Saguaro National Park, and trail's still pretty easy right now. Should be ramping up here pretty soon. But hopefully, if you look around me, you can see all the saguaros in the background, especially up ahead of me. So many. And the mountains that you just saw, I can actually see right now, are completely covered in cacti. And it's really cool to see, like, as I've gotten closer, thought it was like almost a barren mountain. And it's just like, kind of get the like little glints of just green lines everywhere. And you realize that it's all cacti. Another cold night last night, but because I changed up my sleeping bag, I actually was very warm. You know, it was definitely below freezing. Woke up with my water frozen, and yeah, it was cold, but I was not, for the first time in like 4 days. So I was super happy with that. You know, the quilt that I am carrying isn't that much heavier, and I kind of, you know, went against my own advice in some of my other videos where I'm like, oh, weight's not that important, you'll get used to it. So maybe it's best to follow my own advice, carry a little bit of extra weight, and actually get a good night's sleep, because I feel refreshed this morning. I tell you what, I feel so much better. So, you know, 13.5 mile day, I think, or maybe just 13 miles, not really too far, that I have planned. If I get there super early, I'm feeling good, then I'll go up and over Micah Mountain and finish up Saguaro today. So I do like that I have the 2 options, which is a little reassuring, but it's one of those things where once I get there, I'll figure it out, depending on how I feel. But right now, just gotta, well, I don't even want to say get to the 13 miles. I'm gonna say get another step in front of the other, and just keep moving my way up. So I'll see y'all later. Let's check this out. So many, and then all the way up the mountain. Stops about 2/3 the way up, it looks like. But, oh, I dropped my trekking pole. They're everywhere. What's going on, y'all? I've been here in camp for quite a while now. I actually have everything set up. I'm tucked here in my bivvy. It's getting pretty cold already. As you can see around me, there are no more saguaros, but I am still in Saguaro National Forest. Sorry, dinner doesn't want to stay down that well. But I didn't quite make it out. I got to Manning Camp, and I'm camped here. It's you know, it's a really nice campsite. I'm not going to complain too much about it. You know, only made it like 13 miles, but it was a fairly difficult climb. And I'm definitely pretty tired. It'll be one of those nights where I think I'm, gonna go to sleep pretty early. The sun's just now setting, and yeah, it's been a day. Tomorrow, I'll get as far as I can with the time I got. I don't know how far exactly I'm gonna make it. I do want to actually put up some decent miles. It's a lot of downhill and then a little bit of flat. Yeah, I guess that's I'm gonna try and get some miles done. I don't really know. I don't really have anything else to talk about tonight, so I guess we'll see y'all in the morning. So, peace. Good morning, y'all. You can't tell by what I'm wearing, it is fairly cold out still. It's actually a late start even for me, but kind of where I was camped was like, I guess they call it like a saddle or a pass, or I don't know, it was like a valley on top of a mountain. So it took a little bit for the sun to come up, and just circadian rhythm that I got going on. And my normal hiker sleep schedule is I'm not really moving until I see the sun. So it's about, oh wow, it's actually almost 9:45. So pretty late start, but that'll be all right. It's a little bit of uphill up and over Micah Mountain, and then pretty much downhill for the rest of the day. It's pretty steep downhill, so we'll kind of a toss up on if that's going to be slow or fast. Downhills are past a certain elevation change, it ends up being pretty rough. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty cold, puffy. Got my tights on. Oh, buff on. Oh, there's a trail. It's beautiful walking through here. I'll be at Saguaro today, here pretty soon. I was about, I think a little less than 5 miles, or like right at 5 miles away from the northern boundary, so I'll hit that. Slept pretty well, and yeah, that's about it for the morning. Pretty normal hiking morning. Had some breakfast. I noticed that it seems like every time I come out of town, first day pack's heavy, second day pack still feels heavy, but then after that second night and the third morning is like the biggest change in my pack weight, and it seems like I lose quite a bit of weight out of my pack. It's the same amount pretty much each time. I'm always eating mostly the same things, but just seems like that second night into that third day of hiking, my pack just almost feels weightless. So feeling pretty good this morning, and pack will just keep getting lighter as I go on. So should be able to actually move a little bit, do a little bit more than 13 miles like I have been doing, and yeah, really get some hiking done. So I'll see y'all later. Check out this view that I got right now. Something else. And check out this walk that I got going on right now. Also something else. It's oh shit. A little rough. Not too bad though. At least there's like some type of ledge. Makes it fun. But the view though, the view makes it worth it. Check out this almost immediate scenery change. Like, I'm back in the desert. And y'all saw earlier I was in like pine forest. Then you look up there and I was just like about at the top of that. All snow covering it. It's crazy. It took me like 2 hours, I think. Yeah, later, like 2.5 hours to go from like frigid cold, puffies off, no tights. More worried about the sun now. It's hot. And this complete change of scenery. And that's still just, I think I've talked about this before, but it still just blows my mind how quickly everything changes out here. that's all I got. Peace till later. What's up, y'all? Got into camp not too long ago, and almost made like a really dumb choice that I don't know if it would have been dumb or not, but it's one of those things that like I didn't want to risk it because the risk doesn't really, equal the reward. But I'm here like next to this wash, kind of where like whenever it does rain in the desert, where all the water runs to. And if you've never like camped in the desert, which I hadn't, but I did like some research beforehand, saw this, and it's like you never camp in those washes. I mean, it was the only flat spot around. Right now I'm kind of, I got some cows around me. Oh, if you can see them up on the hill there. I got some cows around me. There's a lot of cow poop around me. I'm on a slant. This is not optimal camping, but I'm going to deal with it just to have a little bit more safety, I'd rather, be on a slant, still get some decent sleep because I've done it before, than get washed away by some freak rainstorm. If you're going to camp in a wash, then you have to know exactly where that wash is coming from and how far, because it could be raining 20 miles away, and if that wash runs, if that wash runs from that spot 20 miles away, then you could end up in it and not even be raining where you are and flood your campsite, or get everything wet at the best at that point, and then at the worst even end up dying. So decided against that. Not a big fan of dying, so I walked up the hill a little bit and found the less than perfect camp spot. But like I said, I'm going to deal with it. It's a fairly big day today. I think I did like 19 and a half miles, just lined up with the water source I wanted to get to. I'm feeling decent still. Ankle was bothering me a bit today, but that's normal hiking pain. I'm not in anything I'm going to stress about. This is something which, I'm taking a 0 in every town pretty much. So I got like, I think 3 more days, something like that. 3 more days of hiking, or I think 2 full days of hiking, and like a serious Nero. If, what I have planned all happens, which how often does it, but it should. It's not like too crazy of a plan. So should be 2 days of hiking, a Nero, and then a 0. And and then I'll be able to rest it up a bit. It's not any extreme pain, just a little tweak in the ankle that I'm not really enjoying while hiking, but it happens, something I got to deal with. But I guess I'm gonna cook me up some dinner, get to bed, and hopefully have a nice sunset now. It's supposed to rise over there. I should have a pretty nice sunrise in the morning. So looking forward to that. So I'll see y'all probably a little bit after that sunrise, whenever I wake up and decide to start moving. So peace till tomorrow.